you look great. All this just for a girl's night out?
Why not? Nothing like giving the right impression, is there?
So who's going? Lynn?
Perhaps.
She's the only one, isn't she? What are you playing at, Sarah? And don't give me any of that who-me rubbish again.
I'm just making sure she never plays games again. Not with you, at least.
I see. And you think the Woolpack's the best place to do this, do you?
Absolutely.
She didn't do anything, you know. Not really. And I certainly didn't do anything.
She's been making eyes at you in public. New Year kisses in the Woolpack. She made enough passes at Michael with everyone watching. So, I'm just giving her a taste of her own medicine. And I tell you what, Jack, I'm going to enjoy every second. Jack was saying you've made the house look really nice.
It's not so bad.
Well, I suppose if you are staying, it's worth spending a bit of money.
Yeah, and I am staying. There's no doubt about that.
Don't you think it would be easier if you did move? Must be full of memories for you here, you and Pete.
There's nothing wrong with memories.
Well, no, of course not. But they're... well, they're not the happiest memories, are they?
Happy enough. Pete loved me, you know, no matter what anyone else might think.
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
You should work out what else you can claim. You can get cheap fares, you know.
I don't go anywhere.
Well, Meg might like to go somewhere.
I'm not stopping her.
Well, you could both go. You can go all over the country, you know, with those concessionary fares. The old girl next to me is always off somewhere.
Who can get cheap fares? Seth?
Don't ask me, Mr. Turner. How would I get cheap fares?
Well, you tell me. That's what you were talking about, wasn't it, Carl?
The students can get cheap fares.
Ah, that's it, Mr. Turner. I'm thinking of becoming a student.
Oh, good.
I don't need your sympathy, you know.
I know, but everyone needs to talk sometimes. I just thought...
Oh, I can find plenty of people to talk to. You're Jack, for one.
Oh, come on, Lynn.
What's the matter? You think if you make friends with me, you'll be able to keep me away from Jack?
Don't be ridiculous.
It's a good idea, but it won't work. Because your Jack won't be able to keep away from me. Another drink, Sarah?
Not from you.
Please yourself.
I feel sorry for you, Lynn.
Don't waste your time. I can look after myself.
Can you? I'm telling you, Lynn. Stop messing in my life. In our lives.
What's this? Warning me off, are you? Who do you think you are?
You go near Jack again.
And you'll what? If Jack decides he wants to spend time with me, that's his choice. I thought you were the independent one. Lead your own life. What's the matter, Sarah? Changed your mind, have you?
Stop it, Lynn. Stop it now.
I'll stop nothing. I'll do what I want, and so will your Jack.
My Jack knew I was coming here tonight. And he knew I was going to warn you off. But he's nicer than me, Lynn. He thought I shouldn't make it so public.
That's enough, pack it in.
Jack's not interested. Got the message? You're nothing but a stupid little tart. No wonder Pete went looking elsewhere.
Come on. I'll set you on, eh?
Seth? I thought I told you to get this place tidied up. It's like a battlefield.
I'm doing my best, Mr. Turner. I can't manage everything on my own, you know.
And these boxes, I distinctly told you yesterday to get them stacked properly.
Don't worry, Mr. Turner. I'll see to them.
When? Next Christmas? Oh, come on, man, let me do it. Oh! Seth! Look what you've got undone. Are you all right? Seth? Seth?
Come on, let us in!
Open the door!
Do you think they've gone?
I don't know.
No, stay here. I'll go check on Robert. Remember, don't go outside.
Come on, let us in! Come on! Come on, let us in! Let us in! Come on!
Come on, that's all we want.
There's a drink! Come on! Let us in!
Do you hear me? You're not welcome.
We were invited.
You're lucky I'm not calling the police after the damage you've done.
Now clear off before I change my mind.
Get your hands off me! Jack! From the police radio! Come on, let's Jack!
You'd be short of a bob if you're relying on a blooming pigeon to make your fortune.
Racing pigeons can earn up to £50,000. And Boomerang here's a thoroughbred. I'm sure of it.
I don't know how you can tell.
I can tell.
What if it flies away? You know, it takes up to see the world, like.
I don't know why you're bothering, Archie. I'd get up if I were you.
This bird's got homing instincts.
She didn't come back to Scotland, did she?
I don't know how you can be so insensitive. You of all people. It weren't long ago you lost your memory. What would you be like if it had deserted you?
I'd had a bang on the head.
Is that what happened to Boomerang, then?
We'll never know, will we? Right.
Go on, then. It's going the wrong way.
I shall start to turn in a minute. There you go.
I didn't have a chance. I came round the corner and there they all were, all over the road. I tried to stop. I really tried to miss them. I really tried.
Have you got them all back?
I think so. I don't know whether you had there.
Well, looks like they're all here.
Let's take a look at that one back there. It's badly injured, I think. It's the one the driver hit.
Oh, no, it's Shona.
That's on his way. I rang him from home farm.
Do you know how it happened?
Yeah, he was just coming around the corner. There were ponies all over the road. He had no chance of stopping.
Yeah, by the time we got here, they were all running up the road half a mile up. Except for the little one, like he was just stood there.
She's hurt really badly, Kim. I think we'll have to put her down.
Wait and see what the vet says.
I know what he's going to say.
Look, I'd just like to say that I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
We'll have to put one down, do you know that? It's your fault. It's all your fault.
Don't, Kathy.
Why didn't you stop? You should have stopped.
But Kathy, wait for me. Archie, will you wait here for the vet?
Yes.
Let us know.
Sure.
Thanks.
I'm really sorry.
Come on, man. Come on.
Did you tell him?
Yeah. I'm not so sure it was the best moment, though. He's up to his eyes arranging things for the Lady Mayor for Thursday. But he took it all in. In fact, he wants to meet up and straighten things out. Even suggested that you came to the opening.
I don't want to get involved in that circus.
Exactly. So I said we'll meet you down here afterwards.
Fine. I'll be waiting for him.
Hey, did you catch your pigeon, Seth?
What's all this?
I was trying to catch a stablemate for Boomerang. You know, somebody to pace her. Only I decided against it in end because she don't need it, she's that fast.
She's all right, then?
Aye, never better.
Good, because I'm planning some outings for Alice. I thought she might like to meet Boomerang.
Bollard, what have you been doing to me mother? Eh? She's in a right state, and all I can get out of her is that it's your fault. But you're not going anywhere, not till I get some answers. Now, what's going on?
That's between me and Elizabeth.
Not anymore, it's not.
Let go.
I knew something like this was going to happen. I warned you. Now, stay out of her life.
I am not prepared to do that. Now, if the request comes
Look, I'm not
from...
requesting you get out of her life. I'm telling you, you're stupid.
Just control yourself, Michael. This is no place for an argument.
Well, who wants to argue?
Michael, that's enough. Get him out of here, Jack. I won't have this sort of behaviour. Come on,
Just stay away from her, right, Bollard? Because there's plenty more where that came from. And there might not be anyone to stop me next time. Got the message?
Come on, Kim.
Too tight, too tight.
Kim!
Took it too tight.
Oh, God.
Look, we'll follow you on, Dad. No, you and Kathy take Dark Star home. You sure?
Tibia and fibula both broken, I'd say.
How badly?
Can't tell until the X-ray. Mrs. Tate. You seem to be hemorrhaging. When was your last period?
About 10 weeks.
Are you pregnant?
I was waiting for the results. I think so. Oh, Frank. I didn't want to say anything. Tell you for sure. Frank, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What are you thinking?
Nothing much. Just how nice it has been here with you, sitting like this. I don't want to ever move.
Are you happy?
Very.
Elizabeth, I've got something to ask you.
Ask away, Eric.
You don't have to give me an answer straight away. But I would like you to think about it.
Eric, why don't you just ask a question?
Right.
Well,
Elizabeth.
this isn't about sideboards, is it?
Sideboards?
Only the last time you asked a favour of me, I ended up looking after an enormous sideboard.
Elizabeth.
What?
This is nothing to do with furniture or favours. Would you do me the honour of becoming my wife?
Right. I'm going to nip out for an hour, see Seth.
Right, if you see Michael, will you tell him about the party?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah. Right then, you, madam. Time for your bed, I think.
Come on. I'll get it. Yeah?
Mr. Bates?
No, that's Mr. Bates. Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Can I help you?
Mr. Bates?
Yeah?
I'm sorry. Really sorry.
What?
I know it's difficult. I really am sorry.
What do you want?
I want my baby.
What?
I want her back. I want my baby.
Alice isn't your baby.
No, I think you just better
Nick?
Look, you're not making any sense.
Don't want any trouble. I just want my baby.
Right, let's have you out.
You don't understand. At the hospital there was a mix-up.
What?
We got the wrong babies. This is my baby.
Don't know how you can sit in on a day like this. It's lovely.
I don't feel like going out, Archie.
Do you want me to take Alice?
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry. It's just...
I know. I'll make her something. Tell you what, you ought to start thinking about some food for Friday. You know, for the party. It's still on, that is.
Just as far as I'm concerned.
Right. Well, we'll get some grub up then, you know. Bit of cheese, some crisps. Something for everybody to nibble on. Nick?
Take no notice, Archie.
Hey, come on. It's all right, mate. Come on. It's over now.
Sorry. Really sorry.
All right. I'm far off myself.
I really thought they were going to take her away from me. It was like when Elsa took her. I thought I was going mad.
I know.
I knew she wasn't telling the truth. You just have to look at Alice and she's mine. She was so convincing.
God, she was that.
You didn't believe it, did you?
No, of course not. Well,
To tell you the truth, I didn't know what to think.
I was terrified that everybody else would believe her. She didn't look ill, did she?
No. I don't suppose she would she?
No.
I was thinking, just supposing.
What?
Only supposing, but just suppose that woman had been telling the truth.
Makes no difference, Archie. Because Alice is mine, and nobody will ever take her away from me.
Those books I brought home the other day, would you ever read any of them?
Me? Why?
So we had something to talk about.
We have plenty to talk about.
In the evenings, instead of just watching telly.
We don't always watch telly. What are you trying to say?
Your mum seems to think that I can change you, Michael.
Change me? Why does she want to change me?
I know. I couldn't do it anyway.
Well, do you want to?
Everything will be all right when we're married, she said.
Well, it's all right now. I suppose it'll get better when we're married.
That's all you want, isn't it? To get married.
Well, what else do you want?
A bit more than that.
Like what?
I don't know. I mean, what is the point in going to university for 3 years to study for a degree if afterwards...
Afterwards what?
If afterwards you just go back as if nothing's ever happened.
Look, Rachel...
Look, you mustn't think that I've not enjoyed being with you. I've loved it. I've loved coming home to see you.
But you don't anymore.
I've tried to make it work, Michael. Truly. I came back home because I didn't want to lose you. And I really was jealous of Lynn at one point.
Well, you've been given a fair impression you still were.
I'm sorry.
Look, Lynn's just a friend. I talked to her, that's all.
I know. It just seemed easy to blame her. I was only kidding myself, though. It's just an excuse.
Look, Rachel, please.
It's us. Or rather, me.
Look, once haymaking's over, I could get a few days off. We could go away somewhere, anywhere you liked.
No, Michael.
Rachel, I love you.
I know. I loved you too. I really did.
Don't, Rachel, please.
It's all gone wrong. I can't carry on like this anymore. I can't go on lying.
But what about all the plans we made?
I'm sorry, Michael. I'm really sorry.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Tinker! Tinker, where are you? Oh. Tinker.
I feel sorry for him, to tell you the truth.
Oh, so... You're gonna go through with it, then?
This man's gonna make a speech, hasn't he, glorifying the groom. You know, saying what a great lad he is. Funny little anecdotes illustrating the nature of the man.
As usual, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I mean, in Pollard's case, what would you say? I'll get it. Yeah?
Good evening. My name's Jennifer Wilson, Hot and Social Services. Can I have a word?
Yeah, right. You better come in.
Who is it?
She's from social.
Which one of you is Mr. Bates?
Well, it's me.
And you have a child living here, your daughter Alice.
Yeah, that's right. She's upstairs asleep. What's wrong?
I'm afraid I must inform you, Alice has been reported to us as a potential child at risk.
What are you talking about, child at risk? Is this some sort of sick joke?
I'm sure you can appreciate, Mr. Bates. It's our duty to take such reports seriously. We have to make a full investigation.
What?
I'd like to see your daughter now, Mr. Bates. Could you show me to her bedroom?
Where have they got to? They should have been here by now.
They'll turn up.
It's gone 7. You said they'd be here by 1:45.
Relax, man. What's up with you?
What if they don't come?
Then we'll do the job ourselves. Just the two of us. Too late to back out now, old mate.
Who said anything about backing out? The only thing that's worrying me is Joe. I mean, if he's in...
Don't worry about it. He usually goes down the pub for a pint, doesn't he?
Well, yeah.
Look, if it makes you feel any better, we'll check to see if his light's on before we do the job, OK?
But what if it is?
Then we'll tiptoe around and you won't hear a thing.
What'd I tell you? Use your shell and peas.
Oh, keep your voice down, will you?
Did you see any lights on in Joe's flat?
No.
Well, he's out, isn't he? Relax, will you? We've got the whole place to ourselves.
What do you think
Oh,
you're
give it a
doing?
rest, Michael, will you? No. Where shall we start first? Well, don't just stand around like a spare part, Michael. Give us a hand, will you?
Haven't we got enough yet?
We haven't even started yet, mate. Relax, will you? Here, have a drink.
No, no thanks. No.
This is the life, eh, Mike? Oh, yes. I could get used to this.
Don't you think we should be getting a move on?
You know, this is very nice. Should fetch a good few bob.
Oh, for crying out loud!
He's not any nervous, he's house proud as well.
There's surely no need to make so much mess.
Oh, come on, Michael, man. We've got to have a little bit of fun first, haven't we? Well, what's the problem, man? It's not going to bite you. Here. What do you think of that? Shall we take it or leave it? Oh, you want to leave it then, do you?
Frank?
Leave him! Leave him!
Oh, never mind him. Let's get out of here.
Come on! Come on! You think we should phone for an ambulance?
Are you mad?
You can't just leave him, he's badly hurt!
You are, man. Are you coming or what?
And I bet you any money she's not declaring that income. I think it's a disgrace.
Why don't you make a phone call then?
You were talking to me?
No, getting ready to ruin some other poor so-and-so's life.
She's still going about you and Alice, you know. Should have heard of this dinner time. According to her, social services don't know which way's up.
You really think it's Carol?
What do you think?
Have you got any proof?
What else could it be? Anyway, everything we were questioning about were things that she's been going on about.
Have you got it?
What's the point? She's not going to admit it, is she?
Oh, you're right. Carol, will you step into the back room, please?
Yes, Mr. Turner.
I bet she's for it now.
You really think so?
I know so. I know Turner better than you do. He were right upset when social services started having a go at you, but if he thinks it's Carol...
Well, Carol, was it you
Was it me what?
who made the anonymous phone call?
What phone call? I don't know what you're talking about.
Social services say someone made an anonymous phone call concerning Nick and Archie.
Well, I wouldn't know anything about it.
It doesn't look like that, Carol.
Has somebody been making allegations against me, Mr. Turner?
Carol, I've asked you a perfectly simple question.
It's Archie, isn't it? I knew this dinner time he'd made up his mind it was me.
Or was it?
I take exception to being cross-examined like this, Mr. Turner. You've no right.
Answer the question, Carol. Who were you phoning last week?
Last week? What kind of a question is that?
You looked very guilty when I found you in here by the phone.
It's not a crime to make a phone call.
Oh, drop the injured innocence, Carol. It doesn't suit you. Everybody knows you've got nothing but criticism for the arrangements Nick makes for Alice.
And I'm not the only one. Many's the time I've heard you criticising Archie.
I know Nick and Archie rather well. I also know that they are the last people on earth who would do little Alice any harm.
Well then, there's no harm in making sure, is there?
So it was you.
I was only doing my public duty as a mother.
You've got an evil tongue, Carol. This time you've gone too far. You're dismissed.
What?
I want you off these premises forthwith.
You can't do this, Mr. Turner. There are laws against this.
And if that daughter of yours is working here this evening, you can take her with you.
Alan!
Out! Now!
Told you we won't be long.
Yeah. Eric Flamin' Pollard. Well, Steve, you daft beggar, why didn't you tell me it was him?
I told you it was a local dealer.
I don't like it.
Now, come on, I wouldn't be here unless I wanted to do business now, would I?
He's right, Steve. Come on, let's get the gear before someone sees us.
Okay. But I'm warning you, Pollard. Any funny stuff and I'll get you.
I'm just here to do some business, old boy. Now, let's get on, shall we? Don't want to draw attention to ourselves, do we?
So let's see how serious you are then, Pollard.
Serious enough for you?
See? I told you, Steve. I told you you'd turn up with the goods.
Well, Steve, let's see how serious you are, shall we?
What do you think of it then?
Not bad. Not bad at all.
How much?
Well, let's see what else is there.
Steve! It's coppers!
Pollard! Pollard, you scum! You're a filth, Pollard! You scum! Never seen the last of me, Pollard! I'll get you! I'll get you, Pollard, you scum! You dirty grass!
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here in the sight of God and in the face of this congregation to celebrate the marriage of Elizabeth and Eric. If any amongst you know any just cause or impediment why these two people may not be joined together, let them speak now or forever hold their peace.
Leave him alone. He's had a terrifying experience.
Well, he's in for a worse one when he gets back.
What do you mean?
Well, she's about to say something to him. Doesn't have the chance yet.
See? What did I tell you?
Sergeant, what's going on?
Mrs. Feldman?
Pollard.
Mrs. Pollard. If there was any other way of doing this, well, I'm sorry. Michael Feldman, I'm arresting you in connection with the burglary at Home Farm on the 17th of September. You're not obliged to say anything unless you wish to do so. Whatever you do say will be written down and may be given in evidence. Now come with me, lad.
Lorraine! Where the hell have you been? You know everybody's been worried sick about you. Your mother's been going frantic. You could at least have called her. Oh, are you all right?
Yeah, I suppose so. Where are you going?
I'm going to phone the police or your mother. I'm not sure where to start.
Don't.
I have to, Lorraine. For all they know, you could be lying dead in a ditch somewhere. Try and think about someone else for a change. Can't you imagine how your mother feels?
She doesn't care about me.
Oh, grow up. You just had a row with her, that's all. Everyone rows with their parents. It doesn't mean you have to put them through this.
Okay, phone her. But not yet. Please, Lynn, I've got to talk to you. I've been waiting out there hours for the chance.
What?
Well, I couldn't do it in front of him, could I?
What's all this about, Lorraine?
When I ran away, I didn't know what to do or where to go. I just knew I had to get out. So I ran.
Look, I'm sorry I shouted at you. I suppose I was just worried about you like everyone else.
It's okay. I just thought if I was on my own for a bit, I could see things clearer. It's such a mess, Lynn.
What's a mess? What's happened?
Then I got to thinking if I could just talk to someone, it wouldn't be so bad. You're the only one I can trust, Lynn. You're the only one I can talk to. Please don't send me away.
Hey, no one's going to send you anywhere. Whatever it is, it can't be so terrible that we can't sort it out between us. When did you last eat?
A couple of days ago, I think.
And you haven't been out of those clothes for a lot longer than that. Look, you go upstairs and have a wash. Change into something of mine. I'll fix us something to eat and then we can talk. It's all right. I won't phone anyone or do anything while you're gone, I promise. So where did you go?
Hitched a lift. I was trying to get down to London. I found a lorry that was going all the way. The driver seemed to think.
What happened, Lorraine?
Nothing. Played along for a while. Then we stopped at services, so I skipped out through the loos.
You were lucky to get away with it. You don't know what some of these blokes are like.
Oh, yes, I do. So I was stuck in the middle of nowhere. Didn't fancy getting another lift after that.
I'm glad to hear it.
I walked for a bit. I saw a police car. I was sure they were after me. Stupid, really.
You were probably just on patrol.
Yeah, not so important, am I? Anyway, I walked on for a bit. By the time I reached Sheffield, it was nearly dark.
Why Sheffield?
I was tired and hungry. My feet were killing me.
Did you take any money with you?
Yeah, a few quid. Blew it on a meal as soon as I got there, which was stupid because then I had to find somewhere to sleep. I ended up in a doorway.
You should have called me. I'd have come for you.
I didn't think I needed to. I wanted to do it all by myself. I had it all planned. Eventually I found some work. Just washing up. Nobody asked any questions. But I broke some plates, so they gave me the elbow.
Why didn't you just come home?
couldn't.
Why not?
I just couldn't, okay?
Are you pregnant?
No.
So, did you go on sleeping rough?
Yeah. I got a meal from a van that came round. Nicked a bit of fruit off a market once. But apart from that, no food. No home. I knew I couldn't keep it up for long. That's when I started to think about you. I thought if I could talk to you, you'd help me.
Of course I will. But you've got to tell me what all this is about. And I'm not the only one that wants to help. You might not think so, Lorraine, but your mother really loves you. She'd do anything for you.
Is that what she told you?
Yes.
Well, she's a liar. If she'd really wanted to help, she would have done it years ago. But she didn't. She just doesn't care, see? Or maybe she was scared of him. I don't know. But either way, I'll never forgive her. I hate her almost as much as I hate him.
Why do you hate her, Lorraine?
I wish I was like you.
Why would you want to be like me?
Because you can stand up for yourself. You don't care what people say about you.
Is that what you think? Well, you've got that one wrong too. I care. I just try not to let it show. So maybe you're more like me than you realise. Now, are you going to tell me what all this is about?
I thought I'd got through it, see? I thought it was all over. I thought all I had to do was bide my time and I could leave home. Get away. I'd never have to see either of them again. I could forget about it. But then my dad turned up at the wool pack. Remember?
Yes, but I didn't think he'd done anything to upset you this much.
Him and his girlfriend. And her daughter. That's what did it. She's just a kid, Lynn. She's just a little kid. I knew it was all starting again. I knew what she was going through. Waiting for that door to open. Pretending you're asleep. Knowing you couldn't get away from it. I wanted to stop him. I wanted to say something. But I couldn't. It's stupid. I always hated her for not saying anything. But when it came to it, I couldn't either. I just kept thinking of things that he'd said to me. About the police. About Mum not loving him enough. And somehow it all seemed like my fault.
It's not your fault.
It must have been.
It's not your fault, Lorraine. How old were you when all this started?
I don't know. 6, 7. I can't really remember a time when he wasn't coming in my room.
It's all right. It's all right. You don't have to say any more.
It's the truth.
I know. But it's over now. For you and this other girl. We're going to make sure of that, you and me. It's never going to happen again. That's a promise. It's okay. It's nearly finished. You've done really well.
You've been really brave, Lorraine. I know how difficult it was to come here. You okay now?
Yeah, I think so.
Good. We finished with all the questions for the moment. Just a few things to sort out, then Lynn can take you home.
Right.
Now, what about your mum, Lorraine?
What about her?
She's very worried about you. She's put you on the missing persons list.
You don't have to tell her, dear.
Our main concern is you, Lorraine, making sure you're all right. But it would be better if you spoke to your mum.
I can't talk to her. I can't tell her yet.
All right, don't worry about it, love.
What will you do now? You've got to stop him.
We've already been on to social services. They'll be sorting it now.
They mustn't let him do it again.
They don't hang about, you know. Not with something like this. They'll have someone round to see Jenny and her mum this afternoon.
They'll make sure, won't they?
Yes, love. They'll make sure. They'll have to speak to you too, though. Is that all right?
But I've told you everything. Do I have to?
They have to ask you questions too. It's part of their job. It'll be all right, don't worry. Right, would you like another cup of tea?
I'd rather have a Coke.
I think we might manage that. Lynn, could you come and help me?
Yeah. That's all right with you, Lorraine. I won't be a minute.
Right, 1 Coke coming up.
Do you want one?
No, no thanks. I don't. My dad never liked it.
He's dead, isn't he, your dad?
Yeah.
Do you miss him?
I'm glad he's dead. If you could see the mess I've got myself into. Mind you, if he was still alive, none of this would...
Carol.
Oh, I hope. Think I better take Peter visiting again. Hi.
Hi.
We're just off. Unless you want me to stay.
No, you go. Thanks, Michael.
Right. Come on then, Peter. Let's be having you.
I've told you, Lorraine, I won't have you smoking.
Stop me.
Well then, what have you got to say for yourself?
What did you tell her?
She told me that you wanted to talk to me.
What's the point? I can't talk to you. You don't really want to listen, do you?
I hope you don't think you're going to smoke at home.
I'm not going home.
Is that what you dragged me here for? For her to tell me that she's not coming home?
I told you not to bother.
Well then, Lorraine, come on. Tell me what's so important. Are you pregnant?
No.
Oh, well, stealing then, is that it? Have they caught you stealing?
See? She doesn't want to listen to me. She never has.
If you stop lying for a minute, I might want to listen. You are pregnant, aren't you?
No, I'm not pregnant.
Then what?
It's Daddy.
Daddy? Daddy?
He's been playing with me.
What? What are you talking about?
He made me, Mum. He made me.
What are you saying?
You know what I'm saying, don't you? Don't you?
It isn't true. It isn't true. You made her say this.
Carol.
I won't listen.
Mum, please.
You don't know her like I do. She tells lies. It's to get attention. Derek wouldn't do that. He's a good man. He loves her. He wouldn't. She's lying.
I told you.
Lorraine, can we come in?
Lorraine, open this door.
Lorraine!
Then what did I tell you? I told you she's lying.
I don't think so, Carol.
Of course she is. She may have had you fooled, Lynn, but now I'm here. She'll never be able to keep it up.
I'm not the only one. She's had to tell a lot of people who know what they're talking about. They all believed her.
No! It can't be true. I would have known. Something like that couldn't happen, not without me knowing.
Look, do you want me to call Janet Dixon, the social worker? I'm sure she'd come and talk to you.
No. I can manage without social services poking their noses in, thanks.
Can you? So what do you suggest we do now, then? Just leave Lorraine to get by on her own?
No, of course not.
Suppose it is true. Suppose she's not lying. Shouldn't you at least give her a chance?
Yes. Yes.
I think I might know where she's gone. Let's go and find her, eh?
What's the matter? Can't you read it properly? Derek Nelson is a child abuser, got it? There you are, Mum. Now everybody knows, even if you don't.
Lorraine, come here this minute. Lorraine, what will the neighbours say, for heaven's sake?
I don't care what the neighbours think, I don't care!
Lorraine, come back. You're only making things worse.
Tell her to go away, then.
You've got to give her a chance too. She will listen to you, I promise.
Will you?
I'll try, Lorraine.
Come on, love, before someone calls the police.
Come on, love.
They'll all know now, his neighbours, won't they?
It's a bit difficult to miss, really.
I still wish I had a gun.
Think she'd do for a 12-year-old boy?
She's got a nice temperament. Probably would, yeah. Hey, Kim, look at this.
What?
Neil must have dropped it. It's a hotel bill.
Well, he spends a lot of time in hotels.
No, look at it.
What?
There. It's made out to Mr. and Mrs. Kincaid.
So?
So he's not married?
Ah.
Exactly. He was with a woman.
Well, he's an attractive man, Kathy. I expect he has lots of girlfriends.
But why make the bill out to Mr. and Mrs.?
Well, I don't know.
I do. He's having an affair, isn't he?
Don't be silly. How'd you figure that out?
Because if it was just a girlfriend, you wouldn't bother with the Mr. and Mrs. So it's obvious. The woman he was with must be Mrs. someone else. She's married.
You have a very devious mind.
Obviously not as devious as Neil's.
Oh, aye. Have you seen Frank anywhere?
No.
All right, well, if you see him, will you tell him I've done the water plants in the lake and I've gone home to get changed. I'm frozen stiff.
Okay.
It's freezing in that lake. You know, I don't think I'll ever warm up again.
You poor thing. You best get straight off. Go on.
Yeah, right. Well, you tell him then, will you?
Yeah, of course.
See you later.
So, come on then. Who is it?
Well, how should I know?
He's bound to have told you. You two are always together.
I can't help, I'm afraid. He doesn't reveal the secrets of his heart to me.
Oh.
Sorry to disappoint you. Here, shall I give that back to him?
No. No, I'll do it. See if I can find out. Fancy a coffee?
Please.
Oh, the vet's coming over this afternoon to do the tetanus antitoxins.
Oh, good. I want to talk to him. I think one of the mares may have picked up an eye infection.
Cherry. Yeah, I was looking at her this morning. I've been thinking about this hotel bill and Neil's mystery woman.
Oh, yes?
Hang on. I've got it here. Look, do you see the date? The 5th to the 7th of November. That's when you went to the sales with him, isn't it?
Maybe.
I'm sure it was. Don't you remember? It was our wedding anniversary and Frank came over.
Oh, yes, yes, of course.
So who was she?
Who?
Come on, Kim, you must know who it is.
How many more times? I've no idea.
Well, didn't you see her?
Well, no. I mean, I don't know. If he is having an affair, he's very good at hiding it.
I don't see how you could spend 3 days with him and not notice.
There wasn't anybody.
And how come the bill's made out to Mr. and Mrs.
Maybe it's the hotel computer. You know, they automatically assume because it was a double room. Oh, I suppose it was a double room.
It's you, isn't it? You and Neil. You're Mrs. Kincaid.
Are you and Chris still on for dinner tomorrow night?
suppose so.
Kathy,
Yes.
please. I can't go on like this. I need to talk. I can't let you go without explaining how I feel.
Okay.
Let's go through to the sitting room. I need a drink. I fought it for a long time. I kept telling myself it was just a crush. I just fancied him.
But it's more than that.
It is now, since that weekend.
I can't quite believe I'm hearing this. Not from you, Kim. You always seem so happy, you and Frank.
I never planned it. And I don't want to hurt him. I do love him, Kathy.
It's an odd way of showing it.
I can't help it.
I'm sorry, Kim. If you were looking for approval, I'm afraid I can't give it to you.
I don't expect that.
What then?
Just don't say anything, please. Especially not to Christopher.
And that's your final word?
Aye. As far as I'm concerned, I'll do nothing to jeopardise the future of this farm.
Even if it means Ma not getting what's rightly hers?
If that's the way you want to put it.
But don't you think she's deserved it? All these years, working her fingers to the bone?
What do you want me to say, Joe? I can't afford it, right?
So you begrudge her a bit of comfort in her old age?
Of course I don't.
Then give her the money, then.
If I do, this place is done for. Finished. You know that. The answer's no.
Ah, you're just being pig-headed and selfish.
I'm not interested, Joe.
You can't keep all this, you know.
Why not? All you do is tell me to keep spending more money. Pay Mark, for heaven's sake.
Well, he deserves it.
Yeah, well, that just shows how out of touch you really are.
Now, hang on a minute. In case you've forgotten, I'm a shareholder in this place, and my family live here. And what you're doing affects them and their future.
Oh, really? I don't see them showing much interest in it.
That's not fair.
Isn't it? Rachel's at university, just sees this place as a holiday home for her and her mates, and as for Mark, he's a lazy, selfish scrounger.
Then don't talk about Mark like that.
Well, if he did a bit more work occasionally, I might have a bit more sympathy for him.
Well, if that's the way you're behaving, I'm not surprised he's messing about. I wouldn't work with you.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? I'm the one that's keeping this place going by the sweat of me brow. All you want to do is make sure you've got somewhere to dump your ex-wife's cast-offs.
How dare you?
Yeah, well, you'll have to offload them somewhere else, because I'm not going to do your dirty work for you anymore.
You...
It's all very good.
Yeah.
Just chips, please.
Same for me, please. Oh, don't you want curry sauce with them?
Nothing for me, thanks.
Oh, nothing for her? Chips not good enough for you, eh? Fancy something a bit more hot and spicy instead. Why don't you just shut your face, you twat?
Look, Jayesh, I think we better go.
You word her.
Jayesh, please.
Jayesh? What sort of name's that?
Jayesh!
Get out.
He started it.
Get out.
Can I have another one, please?
Yeah.
Morons.
Don't worry about them, they were just drunk. Come on, son, have a chip.
I'm not hungry anymore.
Well, forget it, no one got hurt.
Yeah, I know. Sticks and stones.
Well, exactly. It's not as if we're not used to it.
I'll never get used to it.
I think it's awful. I mean, you hear a lot about it, but you don't ever think you'll come face to face with it. I just don't understand people behaving like that.
They do, though.
I had it all the way through school. To be honest, it's like water off a duck's back. Come on, have a chip. On your way home, Jayesh. Quick, run for it!
Hey, what's happening?
Surprised Neil hasn't got something better to do than come here on Christmas Day.
I think it's a bit of a relief for him to come here, actually. They have various ancient members of the family over. I can imagine what a chore that is. Anyway, I quite like having him around. He's a nice chap.
Mm. Have you seen his watch?
Yeah, I have seen his watch. I nearly let the cat out of the bag. It's on the tip of my tongue to say that Kim's bought me one just like it for Christmas. I really would have been in trouble.
Thanks for inviting me over today.
Always a pleasure, you know that.
Merry Christmas, Chris. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. I'll see you out.
Thanks.
I love you. I see you tomorrow for the hunt.
Okay.
Zoe.
Thank you.
Christopher and Kathy.
Table lamps.
Oh, no.
Couldn't you wait till Neil was even off the property?
Well, come on. Where's mine?
You don't think I'd leave it where you'd go looking, do you? Go on. Open it. Couldn't believe my luck. Passing this antique shop, and there they were. Never know what to buy him. These were the answer to my prayers.
Dad's been trying to find out in his usual subtle way if I'm interested in Neil. I didn't have the heart to tell him that if a man gets to Neil's age without being married, he might not be interested in me or in any other woman.
Oh, I think Neil has an eye for the ladies. Don't you, Kim?
I hadn't given it much thought.
Unlike my Christmas present.
That was luck. Pure luck. Like I said, I wouldn't have known what to buy you.
I'd have quite liked to watch.
Well, next birthday. Only it won't be a surprise.
Not as much as a surprise as Neil's was.
Was it? I didn't hear him say.
Oh, come on. Surely such a well-bred chap like him said thank you.
Dad?
Well, did he?
Frank, I don't know what you're talking about.
You made one little mistake. You hid my present from me, but you didn't hide Neil's. At least, not well enough.
Come on, it's Christmas. You're making a mountain out of a molehill, Frank.
You buy an extravagant watch for your boyfriend, and you tell me that I am making a mountain out of a molehill?
Frank, it's not like that.
Next, you'll be telling me it was just a simple gift for a friend.
It was.
Too expensive, love.
Dad.
Keep out of it.
Frank, please, we can talk about it.
Talk? It's a bit bloody late to talk. I bet you and the Honourable Neil Kincaid didn't spend a lot of time talking. I want you out of my house. Now!
Frank, please, we can sort this out.
I said now!
Dad, please!
Quiet!
You can't do this, Frank!
Can't I? You just watch me.
Frank! Frank!
Hey, what are you playing at? You could have hurt someone.
Frank, you can't leave it there. You're blocking the word.
Where's Kincaid? I want Neil Kincaid! Frank, look at him. Sat up there, master of the flaming hunt.
Frank, this is not the moment.
Get off that horse, damn you!
Frank, come on, not now, please. We can discuss this in private.
Discuss? Oh, discuss you stink!
Frank, for heaven's sake!
Keep out of it!
Leave it
Stop
out!
it, Dad. You get out of the way! Pretending to be my friend. Going to those horse sales all the time you were after my wife!
Frank, for your own sake, stop. You're only going to regret this.
Frank, stop it! Frank! Frank! Frank, come on! Get out of my way!
Calm down, we'll take you home. Chris, will you look after McAllister?
Sure. It's all right, Joe. I'll ride him
You were
back.
happy
Don't
till
worry.
he came along?
Neil.
You all right?
Yes. No. No, I'm fine.
I think we ought to call the police.
No, please, no.
Now, come on, are you sure you're all right?
I'm fine, Joe, I'm fine, thank you.
Neil? Are you all right? No bones broken?
I'm fine, Alan.
Well, do you think you ought to be hunting after the beating you've taken?
I'm perfectly all right.
You shouldn't be riding. You look dreadful.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Alan. I'm fine. Thank you, landlord, for the Boxing Day meat. Hounds, please.